And I'm going to make a clapping noise so that I can sync the audio.
In the beginning, the baby was born. The mother Mary and the father Joseph and the baby. And even when the baby looked up for the first time at the mother Mary, he saw the sign of the cross. And when he looked at the father Joseph, the cross was there too. Mother Mary and Father Joseph took care of the baby. They loved the baby, fed the baby, and gave him everything he needed so he could grow. The baby grew to be a boy. When he was about 12 years old, he went with his family, the mother Mary and the father Joseph, and all the people in their town, to the city for a holy holiday. When it was time to leave, everybody from their town gathered together to go through the high gates back home. Along the road, the mother Mary and the father Joseph discovered that their son was not with them. They thought he was with the other children playing along the road. They ran back to the city looking for him. Through the dark alleys, to the market where they had bought their food, to where they had stayed the night before. He was nowhere. Finally, they went to the temple, and there he was, talking to the rabbis and the priests. They noticed that when he spoke, they listened to him because he knew many things. And when the rabbis spoke, he listened to them because he wanted to know more. Then Mother Mary and Father Joseph asked the question so many parents ask, "Why did you do this?" And he said something very strange. "Did you not know that I would be in my Father's house?" They did not understand this. This was not where Father Joseph lived. His house was next to his carpentry shop, back in their hometown. They did not understand, but they also did not forget. The boy grew to be a man. When he was about 30 years old, he went down to the Jordan River to see his cousin, John. You can just see his hair here poking out in the picture. John was a wild man. He was baptizing people in the River Jordan. Jesus made his way into the water, and for the first time, John could see who he really was. Jesus said, "Baptize me." John replied, "You are the Messiah. You should be baptizing me." Jesus replied, "No, it is written that you will come before me and make the way. Baptize me." Jesus went down into the dark, turbulent waters of the river. And when John brought him back up into the light, many people said that they saw a dove come down and touch the top of him. Other people on the shore say that they heard a voice that said, "This is my son, my beloved, whom I am very proud of. After he was baptized, he continued across the river Jordan over into the desert, where he would spend 40 days and 40 nights discovering who he really was and what his work should be. While he was in the desert, a voice came to him and pointed to some rocks and said, "If you are truly the Son of God, change those rocks into bread so that you will have something to eat." Jesus replied, "It is not right, and man does not live on bread alone." Suddenly, he was transported to the top of the temple tower. And the voice said to him, "If you are the Son of God, jump and see if God will send his angels to catch you before you crash on the rocks below." Jesus replied, "It is not right to tempt God that way." Suddenly he was transported again, and he could see all the kingdoms of the world. Looking down on them, the voice said, "Follow me, and you can be the king of all these lands." Jesus replied, "I will be a king, but not that kind of king." Then the voice went away. After the 40 days and 40 nights, Jesus came out of the desert, back across the river Jordan, to begin his work.